I'm just saying, bro. Like as a nigga, like when do we get comfortable with letting our kids sit on some random white dude's lap? Like that's
Oh
what
Lord.
I'm just very confused. Like,
Pause, nigga.
is you?
Well, here we are. Into 2023. How you feeling?
Tired?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm right there with you.
I'm gonna revoke my my Kevin Gates badge.
What you mean?
No, I don't get tired badge because boy, oh boy, I'm tired.
Hey,
I definitely got 6 jobs.
I'm just like Kevin Gates badge. I was just like, wait, which one you talking about?
Not that one.
I'm just kind of like, because he got a few of them that I'm
Not
like,
that
I
one.
don't know if you
Not
want
that one, buddy. Hang
I
on.
don't know if
Hang
you
on.
want that one.
Not that one. And solid year. Definitely got a lot done that I wanted to get done. Things didn't go as planned, but that's life, you know. If you expecting everything to go your way, you're delusional. Let's just get that out the way right now. But I can't complain.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Year started off good for me, but it didn't end well. I'll just say that now. I'm like I'd say the second half of this year has been like absolute turmoil for me, and in more ways than one. So
yeah, I mean,
I'm glad this shit is over. We gonna say that. I mean, even like up until shit last weekend, I'm just like, dude, like, does it ever end? It's like, you know.
Yeah. No, I feel you, bro. It's like,
does it ever end?
I feel like, you know, this is probably one of the more harder years in terms of just like really just trying to get things together for the next year, for the upcoming year.
If I'm being real about it, bro, like everybody says that 2020 was like the hardest year. I'm like, shit, my 2020 was good. Oh, I'm like, the COVID year was good for me.
I ain't gonna lie.
I got a lot of shit done in 2020.
Not even just that, the COVID year. I made so much money that year off unemployment, off secretly working. That's all I'm like, I can't even knock 2020.
2020 was a good year for me. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, but 2023, see, like, you hear just all my yawn, like, yeah. 2023 was cool, though, man. Definitely highlights. Obviously, we finally got Sneaker of the Year done. And I'm so glad it's done and over with, because, I told you, the amount of work I was putting in just to even get that thing out as quickly as I did. Yeah, I need a break.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably gonna take a month or two off of big projects for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, bro, like, it started off great. You almost feel like you're dragging at the end of the year now. Almost.
Honestly, I'll say this for my year. It started off real good. Probably like the first 6 months of it was good. Then for about, the first 7 months. And then I hit like a 2-month period where it was just like, I mean, shit, you remember. I hit that 2-month period where I just went into fucking isolation mode and I just didn't fuck with nothing or nobody. Like, just straight ghost status. Like, you might have got me on the hook to do a podcast here and there, but it was definitely really uncommon for you to get me on the phone during that period of time.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it was, you know, I'd say probably all of August and all of September, really, it was just on some like, yeah, I'm on some isolation type shit. Then in October, I kind of started to, you know, I kind of started to reemerge a little bit. But I think October was probably a what kind of put me back out there,
Yeah.
Started the new car build. Well, actually, I started it in September, but in October, I actually got it on the road. Like the beginning of October, I got it on the road. Then I was doing a lot of stuff, training. I took a fight in October, did that. Then, finished out the month, SEMA in Vegas. And then it was just like I would say after the SEMA trip, I think that was when I was just like, all right, I'm back. Like, I think I'm fully, reinvigorated, I guess you could say. And, throughout November and December, it's been kind of like a second wind, I guess you could say. It's like I've, been a little bit more, well, I won't say a little bit. I've been a lot more active the last couple of months. So, I think it's been a turnaround.
Yeah. I mean, I always just kind of feel just grinding and, uh, 2 drinks and cakes episodes. More than happy I got those done. Was kind of good to get back into things.
Yeah, that basketball show was fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Happy I got to go back out to Denver, go see some family. It had been a long time since I had been back. Then obviously SEMA is SEMA.
SEMA was cool, but I mean, it was more so just the fact that I got to like get away from here, and like just kick it with my boys. It was just a much needed retreat from Phoenix. It's just like I just needed to get away from here for a minute.
Yeah, and I always look at it like this. What could I have done better? I will say, spend money more wisely. But that's every year, so I'm like, I don't even count that. Cause I'm like, yeah. No, I mean, probably
I'm
just.
with you on that one. I did a little. I did some stupid shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna happen, so that's why I don't even knock it. I definitely say, definitely wish I would have just grinded a little bit harder and probably just assessed a little bit more versus just being go 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 the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yourself, think you could have did anything better?
Well, yeah. I mean, there was some things that I wanted to accomplish this year that I didn't get to do.
Like what?
And I was like I had a couple of I guess vacations sort of planned, and didn't really get to do it. And
I feel that.
I'm like, I wish I would have been able to do that. I mean, it's I mean, overall, I guess it was just one big thing, and I guess I should have been a little bit more. What's the word? Like direct, I guess you could say.
Okay.
It's just like I've always been one of those people that when I plan things out, like if I don't want you to know about it, then I'm not gonna tell you about it.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to give up I don't want to give up the surprise. So it's just like I could be bitter about illustrating my plans without actually giving it away.
Yeah, fair.
So it's just like it's probably something I could have done a little different with that.
That's fair. I mean, I will say, so overall, how did you feel in terms of, really just more so this last half of the year, just kind of getting more into like the content creation thing? Because I know it's something you're still fairly new to. So
Yeah.
how did you feel about
it? It was actually kind of fun. I was, I was actually impressed with the like the love that it got.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like that was like my first ever video on TikTok. Yes, niggas, I have a TikTok. I don't know why, but I have. Probably because of my ex. Like she's used to sit and watch TikTok all the time. So I mean, you know, I started one so I could look at shit on there too, but I never posted nothing until recently. So I mean, but the video that it got a lot of love. It got a lot of love. I was shocked. I was just like, man, it's just like people are actually fucking with this. So I mean, it was cool. So I mean, I might, you know, indulge in that a little bit more.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know, it's different. It's just like I kind of still feel, you know, get that like, I'm starting to turn into one of these niggas. Like I don't want to be that, but I mean it, you know. But I mean, I don't really carry myself like they do. You know, I'm not out here trying to pressure people or push people into some shit. Like I'm just showing you what I do. You know.
Yeah, and I mean it's kind of like I've been telling a lot of people. You know, they'll ask me from time to time, like, you know, how do you get into it? Like, what do you do? Da 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 da. And it's like I just tell them, like, bro, like I just kind of show what I enjoy, and you know, hopefully people receive it. If they don't, I'm cool. Like,
Right.
I'm making this stuff because I like to make it, not because I want everybody else to like it, or I need that that approval from people. I mean, obviously, the goal is to try to make money. We're not going to sit up here and lie.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm just doing this because I like it.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, like, if that's not one of your primary reasons, then I'm sorry, you're going to fail.
Yeah, you can't just, you know, I mean, that's basically why I've never been one of these like people that's super social media heavy.
Yeah.
Just because it's like I enjoy doing like what I do, especially like with sneakers and, you know, cars and stuff. This is just stuff that I've always liked to do. So it's like I'm not gonna just broadcast it because it's the cool thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just like I've been doing this. This is me.
I think
you know?
too, a lot of problems I saw like with some, especially this year, a lot of folks need to stop putting all of their business out there. Because there's just some things just people aren't supposed to know.
Well, that's always been that way.
Exactly. But I'm like, I didn't really start realizing it till recently because I'm like, bro, like, I don't need to know what's going on in your household. I don't need to know what's going on with, you know, you, your immediate family. Like, that's not my business. I mean, it's like now if
people love to do
exactly now if it's like if I got a relationship with you, like we boys, or like I consider you my family, that's a totally different story. But even then, that's not something that needs to be put on social media for everybody to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't talk about a lot of stuff like that. I mean, I may talk to like, you know, some people behind the scenes about it, but I don't put that shit on social media.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I don't really see the point.
Yeah, but
now some situations that I go through, like what happened this weekend.
Oh yeah,
like I you know what I'm saying? Like that to me, I was like, yo, I kind of want to put that on social media just because I think it would be funny. It's just like, how the fuck, like, how does this equal this? Like, this nigga, really? Like, you know, I would make a fucking like, I would make it funny.
No,
I would talk about it in true Eddie fashion. Like it would be funny. But I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know how that would work out.
Even today at work, there's been an ongoing situation. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Oh,
quite frankly, I just don't care. But it's just like, well, no, they asked me like, "Oh, you're not gonna talk about it on your pod? It might be interesting." I'm like, "Bro, we've talked about accountability so many times. I'm almost tired of it."
Yeah, accountability is just like it's
a dead concept almost.
Yeah, well,
almost.
but people don't want to hear it
Yeah, exactly.
because people ain't gonna do it. So
Exactly.
it's
So
just like,
I'm
what does
just
it
like,
matter,
I talk about it when I've talked about it so many times. It's just gonna be wasting breath at this point.
Man, no one's gonna take accountability
No, yeah.
unless you're a mature adult. You don't know what accountability means unless you're a mature
Exactly.
adult.
Yeah, but
And there is way more immature adults out there now than it's ever been before.
oh
In my
yeah,
opinion, I think that it's a lot more immature adults
one
out
hundred
there now.
percent, 100%.
I'm just kind of like, man, like what happened? I
Yeah.
mean, when I was coming up, your parents taught you how to be accountable when you were a teenager. So by the time you hit 18 and moved
Oh
out,
yeah.
you kind of already knew that it's like, all right, I need to,
Actually, you
be
know
on
what
my
I
shit.
learned this year?
Was it?
There are a lot of idiots in the world.
It's always been.
Oh no, but this year just truly showed me that.
It's definitely a lot more now.
Exactly. I feel like people are getting just slower.
I mean, it's just I blame it on parents, bro.
That and social media too.
Yeah, social media is definitely a big one, but I blame it on the parents.
Oh yeah, big facts. It starts at home.
I'm just kind of like, they don't raise, like, parents nowadays don't raise their kids to be adults. They raise them to be kids forever. It's just like, there is no reason that you should be in your 30s and you live at home with your mom.
I mean, dog, everybody.
No. Hear me out.
I'll just say you gotta know the context.
No, that's what I was about to say.
Okay.
If you're in your 30s and you live at home with your mom, but your mom and your dad are still together, and they're both very capable of taking care of themselves, but they also still take care of you.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge problem. You shouldn't be 30 years old still being taken care of by your parents living in their house.
Oh yeah.
Like, I've never agreed with that. And you see it more now than ever. Now, if you're living at your parents' house and say, all right, prime example, when I was still back east, living in Northern Virginia, it was expensive. Like, my supervisor lived with his parents because he couldn't afford to live on his own, which was weird to me because I'm like, how in the fuck you're my supervisor? Like, you make more money than me and I live on my own, but you don't. He wanted to stay around the area where, his folks live, which is this area is called Vienna. It's kind of expensive. So he couldn't afford it. So he's still living at his folks' house, but he actually had a job and he was taking care of himself. But he just lived there because he couldn't afford to move out. So that situation is a little different. But if your parents are still taking care of you at 30 years old or more, then what are you doing with your life? Like, where did you miss a step? Because I mean, I'm gonna sit here and be honest with you. Like, my mom and dad, yeah, they ain't with that. It's just like, when I first came out here, I stayed with them for a minute until I got my own spot. But I was making my own money. I was still paying all of my own bills.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like, they weren't taking care of me. And same thing with my sister. My sister lived with them up until she graduated college. And she ended up getting her own place. But she had a job and she was making her own money.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, if you have a job and you're making your own money, but your parents are still paying for everything that you do, like, that's a problem.
No, yeah. 100%.
So, I mean, but like you were saying, accountability. Parents don't teach their kids how to be adults as teenagers and put that accountability in them. So when it's time for them to move on, they know, okay, if I fuck up, this is on me.
Oh yeah.
They don't, it's always someone else's fault or whatever the case may be. So it's, that's just that's just what it is now. I mean, me and John were talking about this, and I'm just like, it's this young generation it's so different from what I'm used to, or from what most of us are used to. It's less like nothing is ever their fault. They never do anything wrong. Everything is everybody else's fault when they fuck up. And it's like, damn, like, what happened? It's just like where did that like teaching kids how to be adults as teenagers so when they grow up and move out then they don't have to worry about this, like when did that go away? Because I mean, when I was coming up, boy, you used to get clowned. It's like if you was like 20, 21 years old and you was still living at your mom's house, you would get clowned. Like at 18, you was out the door. Like you wanted to be out the door because you wanted to be, you wanted to do your own shit.
Also, I'm just here to tell you, I think that's kind of ignorant too to have that mindset back then.
What, to move out at 18?
Well, no. I'm saying like clowning somebody because they were still staying at their parent. But half the time, I guarantee you, it was cats that was clowning on the other person. They didn't even know the situation. I'm like, bro.
Oh no. We knew the situation. That's why they got clowned.
But even then, though,
if you're 21 years old with no job, living at your mom's house, getting taken care of by your parents because you can't do shit for yourself. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You were getting clowned.
That's fair. That's fair.
If you were 21 years old in college doing something with yourself and you was living at your mom's house, then yeah, we won't gonna clown you for that.
Oh yeah. But I'm talking to everybody outside of what you were like seeing.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, like, hey, I had cats try to clown me when I was like 19, 20, but I was still staying at home. Like, bro, I can't afford to move out.
But at the same time,
at least I'm working. Like,
right, exactly. Hey. You were doing something.
I'm over here like
you weren't just chilling at the crib.
Hey, I'm looking at one nigga. I'm like, bro, you don't even got a job.
Or facts, right?
I'm like, you about to lose your apartment. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's different.
I'm over here like, bro, like.
But at 19, 20 years old for you, that wasn't that long ago.
But even then, though, I feel like it's a little okay. I've had this conversation so many times because I told you most of my OGs are like your age older, and we always get into this conversation. Like why does like my generation or after me like tend to stay at home more? And I'm like, I'll put it to you like this. Every generation messes up something for the next generation somehow, some way. Sadly, the state of the world right now, almost nobody can afford anything anymore. Like, if you really want to keep it a buck. So, you basically had to establish yourself probably like 3-4 years ago just to even be not even necessarily just comfortable, but just be able to say, hey, I can afford this house. I can live on my own and at least manage. Because right now, almost nobody can do it. I don't care how much money you make. Especially if you're not willing to sit here and say, you know what, I need to look at, how I'm living my everyday life. Mm-hmm. Do I need to cut back on this? Do I need to cut back on that? A lot of again, accountability. A lot of people aren't willing to do that. They want to keep living that same life. Even when it gets to a point, it's like, I might not be able to afford keep living the same life that I've been living.
That's true.
So that's why I say,
but just like
I can't knock anybody right now because it's just hard for everybody right now.
Well, I mean, if you're, I like to use the age of 30. Because that's usually
you could say climax.
Yeah, it's just like if you're 30 or close to 30, it's like you should already be established by now. I mean, you should have been doing this when you were 25.
But at the same time, that shoulda, coulda, woulda game doesn't apply for everybody.
It's just like, but that's the thing. It doesn't apply for everybody because not everybody was put onto that.
Oh yeah.
It's especially like you said, in this generation, everyone stays home more. But that's because their parents, like, they don't care about it. Like, they want them to stay home.
Well, plus also I think too, like, going to college, that's changed so much over the years.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really care about going to college.
Crazy enough, next year, I was just reading some like earlier today. 45% to 50% of jobs next year are going to remove the requirement of having a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, because no one goes to college anymore. Like,
Exactly.
it's not going to college when I was coming up was a big deal.
Exactly.
But
It was
now,
almost the standard.
it's just like nowadays, it's depending
It more so
depending on
depends.
what
Yeah,
field you work in, a college
exactly.
degree is not necessary, And I
Mhm.
mean, I've known this for years
Oh,
now.
yeah.
It's like if you're, for example, say you're an IT guy,
Oh, yeah. You
like you
really
don't
don't.
need a college
Yeah.
degree for that. All you got to do is get your certifications. You don't
Mhm.
need a degree to
Oh,
be
yeah.
successful in the IT field. You
Well,
just need certifications.
and that was a thing, Eric, I still go through to this day. Like, bro, jobs don't even give me the time of day because I don't have a degree. And I'm like, but I know how to do it. Like,
Well, it just depends on what you want to do.
exactly.
Like for me, most of my career has been in the medical field.
Exactly.
Now you have to have a college degree to do that. Like,
Mhm.
that's
Well,
a
which
whole,
you should.
right. So it's different. But
Mhm.
if you're doing something like IT or something that's kind of like a tech based job, it's
Mhm.
like you don't really need a degree. All you have to do is know how to do it. You have to get certified, obviously, but it's just like if you know how to do it, certification will be easy.
Oh,
So that's all you really need to get your foot in the door. You don't
Mhm.
need a degree.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we've been talking about that whole thing since I was in my early 20s. It's
Oh,
just like,
yeah.
do you really need to go to college? Like,
Oh, yeah.
depending on what you want to do, no,
Yeah.
you don't. Because let's be real, that shit is a scam. You go to college, and then you end up getting sucked up into all of this student debt, and you got all of this, all of this money that you got to pay back. Let's keep it real. I mean,
Yeah, you're not lying at
that's
all.
that student debt ain't no joke.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. Hey,
People fucking get caught up in that for years trying to pay that off.
if I'm keeping it a buck, I mean, heck, I'll put myself in debt, but at the same time, it was more so because, hey, I was trying to start a business. So no matter what, it was
Right.
going to happen.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, at least it was something like I kind of had the choice, like, or it wasn't going towards just a stupid piece of paper, I like to call it, that doesn't even guarantee me anything.
Okay. Since you say that stupid piece of paper, how do you feel when people do you think that same thing about marriage? That it's just a stupid piece of paper?
So,
Or is that different?
that's actually a really good question. So, obviously, we're talking about two different perspectives here. Me being religious,
Right.
You're not.
He called me a heathen. Y'all heard that?
I did not say that. That's actually a tough one because it's like, obviously, you have that whole thing. Like when you've been together for so long, technically you're considered married.
What is it, like 7 years?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I almost look at it like this because, like, so explain the marriage process to me. Actually,
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know how it all works. Like when you actually like go and like register to be married, I don't know that process.
You said register.
Whatever it is, I don't know.
Well, no, like basically what happens is you go and you get a marriage license.
Okay.
And then once you get your marriage license, then you can get married like whenever.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
You gotta pay for it.
the marriage license, yeah.
Like how much?
It's not that expensive. Cause I know when I got
Oh,
married,
you're talking like a couple $100?
no, it's not that much.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
No.
I don't know, dog.
No, I know. It's not that much. No. I think when I got mine, it was, I want to say it was like $50,
Oh, okay.
maybe. It wasn't that much. I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
this was also in like 2007. So I'm just like,
I
things may be
guess
different
like
now.
I can't really. I'm kind of indifferent on that one because it's like,
Well,
if you think it's stupid, okay, I wouldn't knock you if you said it was stupid.
Well-
I wouldn't knock you if you said it
the reason that the
yeah.
reason that I asked you that is because that's been like a big thing that a lot of people are saying now, is that it's just like you said, it a dumb piece of paper that doesn't benefit you. And it's just like,
I could kind of see where you're going with that.
with exact as a man, it's kind of it depending on who it is that you marry. It's just like,
man. So it's that conversation.
well, not even that. It's just, but it's you see a dumb piece of paper that doesn't benefit
okay,
you.
so here's where I actually
is marriage a dumb piece of paper
so
that doesn't benefit you.
here's where I have an actual opinion on that. I hate the whole idea that most of these dudes don't want to be good fathers to their kids. Because hey, truth be told, I've met just as many great single fathers as I have single mothers.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I hate that negative perception about, single fathers, or like fathers like they don't want to take care of the kids. No, a lot of them do.
Bro, you have no idea how many kids that I grew up with that it was like they lived with their dads and they was cool, but their mom was like on some welfare type shit.
Oh yeah.
It's just like not all mothers are good mothers.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
It's just like, just because,
that's very true. I met a couple.
This society always likes to paint the woman as, not all women are good mothers.
Exactly. But like just going back to the whole is it a stupid piece of paper for marriage? I'm kind of indifferent to that one. I more so say that with a college degree, because I see it so much. Like, you'll have people that have these degrees
that don't mean shit.
Well, not even just that though. Like,
or they can't use.
Yeah. Like, they're working at Target, McDonald's, and they're not even like a supervisor or something. I'm like, that's just crazy to me. But of course, at the same time, it's a 50-50, because either A, they got their degree in something stupid, or it just so happens that they didn't realize they had to do more than just get that degree.
Right. And I mean, it's like, to me, it as much as I enjoy art, you getting an art degree,
you have to start your own business, basically.
Or, yeah, you can't,
or you have to go to a creative job.
Yeah, you can't just get a job doing something
exactly
with an art degree.
Oh yeah, I remember I told
it's my parents put me on game to that.
Oh yeah,
as a high school kid.
They're just gotta like, get something that actually has a
right. It translates.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go to college and get a degree, you want to get a degree that translates to the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents, my mom, she has a degree in accounting.
Yeah.
A bachelor's degree. My dad has a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and then he's got an associate's in psychology or something like that. So but my dad worked in law enforcement most of the time.
Exactly.
And my mom
even the law
was an accountant.
Counts.
My mom was like a kind of like a CPA type thing.
No, so, I got you.
It's just like their degrees translated. My degree is in health studies and medical shit, and it translates because that's what I do. So it's different. You can't just get a degree in music and then you want to go and work in a hospital. Like, that's not, it doesn't work like that.
Like, if you want to do music, like, you got to go like very specific. Like, you got to
be like an A&R or production. Yeah, you got to do something like that.
I would agree 100%. That's why even when people ask me like, oh, do I regret not going to college? I mean, I'm always going to say somewhat I do, because it would have made things a lot easier. But at the same time...
Yeah, but you really didn't want to, though.
Exactly.
So it's like, you would have been wasting time, though.
Yeah.
It's like, if you didn't really want to be there, then you wouldn't have put your
not entirely. Not entirely. I've always been a see the bigger picture type dude, so...
Yeah, but it's different when you're actually spending money.
More so, I would have had to go for the right thing.
Right.
Like, business, I could have done. Any other degree, probably not. Like, I would have had to just go all in on business.
Well,
yeah, because I tell everybody, like, bro, I was done with school when I was a sophomore. Like, I was just so tired of it. Yeah, because I'm like, I didn't feel like I started learning stuff till I was out of high school.
I mean, honestly, for me, I wanted to go to college straight out of high school, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't now.
Oh yeah,
Cause
you just kind of realize, like, nah, I
yeah,
made
I
it.
mean, I don't think that I would have took it as serious as I should have. Just because at
Yeah.
that point in my life, I just wanted to be, I just kind of wanted to do my own thing, and it
Oh
was just
yeah.
like be going to school. There was no responsibility
Oh yeah.
unless it was on you.
Mm-hmm.
Because your teachers ain't gonna make sure you go to class, and there is no one that's gonna wake you up to make you go to class. So it's like that's gonna be on you to do.
Oh yeah.
So if you just say fuck it, I don't feel like going to class today, then you just won't go.
Yep.
And if there's a party going on over here tonight, but you're supposed to be doing your fucking homework, you're gonna be like, well, ain't nobody here to tell me to do my homework, so I'm gonna go get fucked up with everybody else. And that would have been me. I would have been that guy. Like I would have been out here partying, and at the time I was I was hooping, so I would have been playing ball, partying. Like I wouldn't have took it serious.
No,
Like I would have been doing everything but
that's
that.
fair. That's fair.
So I mean, I'm kind of glad I waited a little bit longer to go to college, just because I'm like I don't think I would have took it as serious as I should have
that's fair, bro.
when I was 18. I really don't think so. But the reason that I compared that though with the stupid piece of paper that doesn't benefit you is because at the end of the day, like you can get married, but if your relationship is not good, the piece of paper is not going to make it better.
But also too,
the piece of paper, all it does is say that you two are like a union on paper. But if your union is not really a union without the paper, the paper's not going to make it better.
My rebuttal to that, you got to make sure y'all are straight before you even get that far.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's just like you can't just go out here and marry, and get married because you think that being married is going to change everything for you. It's just like it doesn't. Actually, to be honest, looking at, especially in today's world, getting married actually makes shit worse. And I'm just kind of like, I don't even understand that anymore. I'm just
also I could sit here and say, I mean, we've had this talk so many times. A lot of people now just
they don't look at
their
marriage.
views don't align all the way, and that creates friction.
Well, they don't look at marriage as something special anymore. Marriage is basically just a way for you to come up on somebody now. It's like, yeah, I'll marry this guy and stay with him for a couple of years, and as soon as he does something to piss me off, I'm gonna divorce him, take half his shit, and move on to the next guy. And it's just like that's just the way that they think about it now. Not all of y'all women think like that. Don't get me wrong. Some of y'all don't, but there's a lot of them that do, especially now. Back then it was, being married meant something. And it's just like nowadays, it's like it doesn't really mean the same. I mean, look at the divorce rates now. Like the divorce rates are fucking insane. It's just like when I was coming up, divorce was frowned upon. But now it's like a regular thing now. People don't care. It's just kind of like, yeah, well, we'll just get a divorce.
Like I said, it's different, man. Just our perspectives on it.
Well, I mean, for you, it's different because when you get married in your religion, like divorce is not an option unless something, for real happens. Like, yeah. Yep. It's just like that's a whole different thing. But like in the non-religious world, it's like divorce is just like people just do it just to do it.
Yeah, like you said, they do it just to come up on each other.
Oh yeah, it's just a viable option now, and I'm just like that. Yeah, that's just weird.
Indeed.
So in that case, since that is such a viable option, it's like, does the piece of paper really benefit you? It's just like when
I'm indifferent.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think it just depends on who the people are.
Yeah. Well, oh no, man. So 2024.
It ain't getting here fast enough.
Oh, any plans?
What, for like New Year's?
No, I mean just a year.
Well, it's like I told you before, man. It's just like earlier this year, I had my life planned out for like the next 2 years, and overnight everything changed. So it's just like now, I mean, the possibilities are open for anything at this point. That's just like I'm going to. It's kind of like going into a new year, and you're really, honestly, I kind of feel like I did when I first moved here. It's just like it's the possibilities are endless. You know, it's just like I can do. There are so many things that I can do, and it's just a matter of like, what do I want to do? You know, I don't know. It's kind of overwhelming at a point when you sit and think about it, because it's just like, you know, you had this whole everything planned out, and now all of a sudden it's like now there's nothing. So it's just like what can I fill that with now? It's like there's so many different things I can do. I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. It's like, man, it's like, where do I start? But I mean, I don't know. I think in 2024, I think I'm gonna get a little bit more into the content creating thing. I might have you film me some more videos, and you know, try to get into that a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, obviously, but I mean, I definitely want to kind of, you know, get into it a little more. You know, try to figure out some stuff. Have you show me how to do a few things, and I want to go. I want to take the car to some track days.
Oh, okay.
Definitely want to do that. Do that. But you already know I'm keeping my eye on the market. You know, maybe getting toy number 5. So we'll see what comes up. Still going to be checking the housing market, because I definitely want to get a bigger house with a garage, and I'm sure probably that the interest rate might not go down too far this year. But if it does go down far enough, then something pops up, then we'll see.
Yeah.
But I was really I'm aiming more towards like the first quarter of 2025 for the house, because I figured by then we should, you know, it should be like a decent enough drop where it's like it should be decent. So, but I'm gonna be keeping an eye on it this coming year too, for sure. So we'll see.
I feel it.
Travel, definitely gonna be traveling. I don't quite know where I'm gonna go, but definitely got a couple of trips planned to go to the East Coast, because you know next year is my, I don't want to say this, but yeah, my 20-year anniversary of graduating high school. Jesus fucking Christ!
Don't worry, man. My 10 year is next year, so don't worry. I feel you.
20 years next year.
Hey,
so
man, it's okay. You're old. Just accept it.
I have accepted it, because I mean,
oh no, you were struggling a little bit to say 20.
20 years, man. That's crazy to me.
Oh yeah. Nah, I feel it.
Fuck did the time go? But yeah.
I feel it.
But yeah, man, I definitely want to make it out there. If they do something, I'm definitely gonna make it out for that. Because I didn't get to go to my 10 year because, you know, somebody wasn't having it. Because she didn't want to go. And then I said I was gonna go anyway. And then she raised hell about it. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. So I wasn't able to go to my 10 year. But this one I will be going. So that's gonna happen. This me and John were talking about getting up and doing something. Well, he wants to do Cali. So, you know, we're talking about going out. He wants to do was it the PCH?
Oh, Pacific Coast.
Yeah, he wants to do that. So I was just like, all right. So yeah, that might be something we get into. So I mean, it's, you know, It's some stuff up in the air, I guess you could say. So we'll see what the new year brings. I say what you got popping except for the Japan trip. I know you said you was trying to do that.
I'm still mad I had to push it back, but it was for good reason because I was supposed to go
Was it
next
January,
month.
right?
I
Yeah.
was supposed to.
I mean, shit. If
Like
every
second
hey,
week of January.
if everything goes and clears out, shit, I might consider joining you on that
I'm
April
shooting
trip.
for April. Yeah.
I might consider it.
Yeah, because so I'm gonna try to go to Tennessee. I got to see my grandmother. Hopefully do it sometime next month.
All right.
Other than that, man, obviously Japan trip for not only just go to Japan, but I'm actually gonna try to go to the Suzuka GP.
Yeah, you was
F1.
talking about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've said if there was one GP I could go to out of the country, that would have to be one of them.
Real.
Yeah, because I absolutely love that track. So, gonna be trying for that.
I would like to go to an event at the Tsukuba circuit. That would be dope.
Yeah. If all goes to plan, I can actually take another trip outside the country. Might try to get back out to Australia.
Have you ever been to Europe?
No, I do want to go.
Go to Europe.
Yeah, I do want to
Go to Europe.
But I want to go to Australia again. I only got 3 days out there. And let me tell you, like they showed me nothing but love. So,
Oh, if you think they showed you nothing?
oh yeah,
Go
I've
to
heard
Europe.
about Europe.
Go to
Yeah,
Europe,
yeah,
boy.
Europe definitely on the list. So
Go to Germany.
I'll probably save that for 2025.
I say Germany is definitely yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard.
Germany is like.
I actually got a homie that's stationed out there. Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin lives there. Like
Yeah.
he got stationed out there and was like, I'm never coming home, and he never came home.
Yeah, I feel it.
He literally retired out there. He never came back.
Oh yeah, I feel it. What else? So funny enough, the FD that Levi got when he came out to Vegas, it's stateside now.
Yeah?
Yeah, you best believe. I looked up some rates that same night.
What it look like?
And he haven't posted it like on the actual IG. Only posted the stories, but it was clean. It was clean.
What color is it?
Oh, white.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but get on start looking at interest rates, loans, and all that. I'm like, saw that 10%. I was like, no.
Damn. 10?
I think lowest I got it down to was 7. That monthly payment was 700. No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the most you're gonna give me to pay for a car I actually want is 400. That's the most I'll pay. I know it sounds crazy too. I know it does.
I mean,
but at least that's a little more like reasonable.
400 is normal.
Well, I'm saying for like a car you want, like
400 is about normal.
Exactly, but
like
some people would still think it's crazy.
I mean, not everybody got big pockets like Lyndon. That nigga Lyndon pay like $800 a month for his Camaro, bro. Like, no, it's not 800. I'm just fucking with y'all. But it's up there though. It ain't cheap. I mean, he said he paid like 50 racks for it, so I mean, it ain't a cheap car.
I don't knock it. But yeah, this year I gotta get me something, man.
Yeah,
I gotta stop.
It's about time.
I'm playing with borrowed time, so I gotta stop.
I'm like, it's about time.
But also I was talking with a young Wesley.
Mr. Davis.
I told him
washcloth man.
I told him if it comes down between me getting that car or I'm not gonna say at the moment, but the other plan, the other plan might come first. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much right now. That's still the worst.
Save that for off camera.
Yeah, that's still the worst. But I gotta get me something, man.
It's about time, Playboy. I ain't seen you win nothing fun since. Well, I'm sure I probably have ran into you somewhere when you had
Yeah,
the
you
FRS for
ran
me,
into me
but
with,
we
or
didn't know each other then.
exactly, or you
Yeah.
ran into me with the 300 at least one time,
Oh yeah,
and probably just didn't realize.
I'm sure I had seen
Yeah,
it before.
but yeah, I gotta give him something, bro, because not even just me wanting another fun car again, but also obviously Divergent Being is expanding, which that's another thing. Just work on Divergent Being expanding, which uh no hiccups happen. It's official. Divergent Being is officially a business.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
yeah. Already started off 2024, right? Open up a new LLC. Yeah, just gonna focus on that expansion, which I was talking with Randall today. Just talking about some 2024 plans, and really, I just want to hone my craft in terms of being a creator. Um,
Talk about
uh,
Randall from
Manner,
Manor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hone my craft. I told him work with a lot more creatives. He's definitely one of them as well, which he's been saying we got to get on a project together.
Yeah. So what does he do?
He's basically like photography.
Well, yeah,
And
I
all
knew he
that.
took pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen his stuff on his IG. So
Yeah,
yeah.
but I mean, I definitely think he's down to come on the pod or any of the shows. But
Yeah, we have him on.
yeah,
We definitely got to have him on some
exactly.
basketball shit.
But yeah, definitely we're not only just continue all the shows we're doing now, but got to get that car show started somehow, some way.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I got to work on a vision board over the weekend. Just kind of plan it out a lot more. But yeah, man, realistically, I think the model, the motto, there we go, for 2024, the year of hustle and motivate.
I look at it as, man, for me, it's just like the year of possibilities.
Oh yeah,
I mean, there's like a lot of shit now that I'm seeing that I can do, especially seeing it like with the content stuff, especially because I was
Jordan Poole clip going crazy,
bro.
Like,
It's
right now,
still
it's still
going crazy, right? Still going crazy. I'm just like,
bro,
man,
I wake up. There's probably like 30 to like 60 likes every morning. I'm like, dang, bro.
that thing is over like it's over like 2,000 now almost.
I don't know what I did. Like, I'm really gonna have to just sit there and just look at it and just see like what did I do right? Because like it could be a number of things.
It was the flu, like how what we were talking.
Well, I think that, and also just like how well put together like the entirety of it is.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like the flow of like how what we were talking about. You had the clips in the right places at the right time,
exactly.
And it was just it went together really well. It did.
Yeah, but yeah, we just gotta make more stuff like that, man. But we gonna get it. I have full faith, both of us. We just gonna put our heads down and get it right too.
Yeah, I mean we'll get there. We'll figure it out. It's like we'll figure out what works. But I will say, I guess my my outspoken nature works everywhere, even on content. Because I'm like, you have no idea how many people hit me up about that shit, talk about some, damn, knock the all-star out a nigga for real? That's crazy. Like that, people thought that shit was funny as fuck. Like everybody seemed to enjoy that.
And then you made an arch nemesis.
Oh man, get that nigga out of here. That nigga over here talking about something. I can't believe y'all hating on y'all supposed to be a grown man. And
like, what did that one cat say to me? Like,
it's probably the same dude.
Well, no. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can find it. Because I was just tripping out. Like, dang, you got 100 more likes. Dang. Like, it just tripped me out because I'm like, bro, like, for one, where did all these Jordan Poole fans come from? I'm like, bro, like.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's probably the same guy.
I feel like it's not though. Like that's the funny part.
Cause cause you talked to him first. And then he started saying, I said something to him about something, and then he said, "Oh, now you trying to be cocky." I'm like, cocky? I'm like, man, shut your dumb ass up.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking cocky.
Right. I kid you not, I never see you that
Oh, I didn't say what I really wanted
Oh
to say.
yeah, I know. And I'm glad you did.
I'm just like, I'm like, okay.
I'm very glad you did it.
It's like I've gone through a lot of growth this year. So I'm like, I'm gonna use it.
This guy.
Cause yeah, I was about to lay into that nigga, but I'm like,
I must have deleted his comment.
Hold on, what?
No, the dude that I had to talk to, because like he said something like, "Oh, how y'all gonna talk about da like that? Like y'all don't know what he's going through."
Oh man,
yeah, and I'm like, I had to tell this dude, like, bro, first off, these are just jokes. Calm down.
All we talking about is what we see is on TV.
Exactly, but not even just that.
We talking about his game.
I had to tell him, like, second, Jordan Poole does not know all three of us in here exist, so let's calm down. 3, stop being soft. Like, right. God dang.
I don't know, this dude. Dude was talking to me. That was some soft ass shit.
I was just over here like, you know what? All these Jordan Poole.
We gonna put this nigga on blast.
Oh right my god.
We about to settle this right here. Cause goddamn it, I can say what I want to say on my show.
Here we go.
We ain't about to be running away from nothing over here.
Yeah.
Nah, but that shit had me. Yeah, somebody just commented an hour ago talking about he got CTE from being sucker punched.
Yeah.
He wasn't sucker punched though.
I mean, he wasn't.
He pushed Draymond and Draymond swung on him.
I don't get why.
He better learn how to duck.
Oh, here he is. Change MC Diesel.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
God dang.
Like, I don't get it.
Oh yeah, because I said the first comment, I think he's a Jordan Poole fan, and I tagged you in it.
Yeah. It's like he said, what did he say? Oh, when he was talking about the whole thing, and I was just like, he said the clip, he said that's one clip, and he's like, I'm not a big Poole fan or nothing, but it's weird to just talk bad about a nigga 100 times better than you for no reason. It's just like, what are you even talking about, bro? Like.
But here's a funny thing. When I responded to him, like, he said that's one clip of him doing something dumb by not understanding the rules.
That's the same comment.
Yeah. And he's like, "Are you gonna talk about a nigga that's 100 times better than you?" I'm like, "Nigga."
Like, we're not NBA players.
Exactly. Like if I was an actual NBA player and I was hating on this nigga, yeah, you could call me corny.
Right, facts.
But it's like, at the same time, how are you gonna say that wasn't a dumb play when he got a shot blocked? But he literally stopped, looked at the dude,
right? That's what I tried to
say. I'm like, bro.
I said that. I was just like, I told him, I was like this. I said, after Jordan crossed the first guy, he could have either shot it or drove in, but he paused to look at dude. Then he went when Asar was running at him. And I was like, Asar is one of the fastest, most explosive guys right now. He should have known better than that. And I was like, I didn't say he couldn't play, just that he does dumb shit, meaning his game IQ ain't quite there. And I was like, he don't have Steph to keep him locked in anymore. And then he was like, Asar was not running. He was also at a stop and jumped out the gym for that block. And I'm like, dude, Asar wasn't right there. When he crossed that dude up, there was an open lane. Asar had to run over there to get in front of him. It's like, dude, you didn't watch the game or what? Like, what are you talking about?
Remember, like I told you, we don't know anything.
Bro, clearly, it's on the TV.
Yeah, like I told you, bro, we don't know anything about basketball.
Yeah, that and we're blind, obviously. Yeah. Like, it was like, what are you talking about?
Look, man, we over here like Stevie Wonder, dog.
Right.
Hey, or I had one cat. He was talking about like, man, like I don't get why y'all hating. No, 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 no. Like he's still a pretty decent player. Like y'all just talking. I'm like, bro, you doing the same thing. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh,
Like,
here we go. He said he's just like I said, yeah, Asar ran over there to him because he wasn't there at first. Jordan had a clear lane after he crossed the other guy. And I was just like, he said something about it was crazy for us to call him JaVale. And I was like, I was referring to him being the guy that's on Shaqtin' a Fool all the time, just like JaVale was at that time. I was just like, their skill set is completely different.
exactly.
Never said they were the same. And I was like, if I said they were the same player, then I'll wait for you to point that out. And then he said, oh, now you want to get cocky? Look the clip up, nigga. GE took one step and jumped. And I'm just like, no, he didn't. And then he said, Poole had a couple of bad plays, not even close. You niggas just reach. You ain't seen a clip of shit to talk about since these came out. And I'm like, yes, there's plenty of them. I'm like, what do you mean? He messes up every game.
I'm like, you're not going to talk about the game he just had where he just magically just fell all of a sudden?
Yeah, that shit. Like, come on, dog.
Or what somebody said, Shaqtin' in a pool?
Right. And then he said that he looked for some videos on YouTube and he said there is only 5 clips of him messing up.
Look.
I'm like, dog.
You know, let me just say this real quick. Look, to the viewers, the listeners, just so y'all know, we actually encourage y'all to comment on all the stuff we drop. Like, we encourage it.
Oh yeah,
because don't get it twisted, it's hilarious, and we love to engage with y'all. The problem is,
if you say something stupid, I'm gonna check you.
Exactly.
Period.
Like,
and it's not nothing personal. I'll do it just to be funny.
Exactly. Like, hey,
it's like, know what you're talking about.
Like, hey, man, truth be told, on that same video in the comments, like, me and one dude, we got confused with what the other was talking about. I literally told him, hey, my bad, I misinterpreted what you were talking about. He told me, oh, I did too. Hey, props to you for manning up and saying you misinterpreted. I'm like, yeah, likewise. Left it be.
I mean, I've had a couple of interactions on that video with people that were like straight up just kind of like, you know, good shit. Like, he say this and I'll be like, yeah, I agree with that. You know, whatever.
But
so
I'm like, bro,
you always got one that wants to be on some funny
shit.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I'm over here like, bro, why y'all getting in y'all's feelings? Like,
yeah, here
about a nigga you don't even know.
It's like, here go the comment. He said, there are only 5 clips of him doing something stupid from months ago, which is not true.
Exactly.
Then he says again, y'all niggas just reach, low-key haters, and it's weird you're a grown man. And I was just like, considering we recorded this video over 3 weeks ago and you're still butthurt about it, it's funny. You're talking about us hating, but yet you're hating on us. Yeah, real grown man activity, little nigga. Check your hypocrisy and try again. It's just like, don't do that. It's just like, don't. It's like,
hey, look, and the Dummy of the Year award goes to.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Hey, well, I don't care about
but
that.
But it's all love.
Hey, look, I appreciate you for commenting.
Right, it's all love.
I appreciate
it. This social media shit is all funny games for me, man. Like,
now, I just saw he did just. What?
Bro, like, this shit is just all funny games, bro. It's social media. I'm like, this shit ain't real.
Look, people, social media is not real.
It really isn't.
It's not. Anyways, though. So, we gonna get into this top 10 list, or what's up? Oh, I know you didn't, but I'm just gonna ask. Did you actually make a list?
I got a little list.
All right, that's good. No. All right, so we gonna go 10-1, back and forth.
So you want to do it in subjects though? Because I got different subjects for
No,
my
no,
for my top 10.
no, we just gonna do top 10.
Okay.
So honorable mention, and keep in mind, this is top 10 things that need to stay in 2023. Honorable mention, bands.
I was just about to say that's on my list too.
Yep. If you don't know what the acronym is, chances are you are one or you're just not hip. So,
wow. I wouldn't say that you are one if you don't know.
I'm just messing with
But
you. You might be one, but
I mean, if y'all don't know what it means bitch ass nigga. Because he ain't gonna say it, but I will.
I can't.
I will say it. Yeah.
All right. So my number 10 is settling.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, like we've talked about this before. Like a lot of people just settle for good enough. Nah. Keep that in 2023. Like if you don't go strive to do the best you possibly can, I'm just so over it. This settling stuff.
Yeah. I could see that. I mean, that'll probably be honorable mention for me.
All right.
We'll put settling, but bitch ass niggas is my number 10. Keep that soft ass shit in 2023. Don't do that.
My number 9, formerly known as Twitter, now X. Elon, can you just bring back original Twitter? Like, bro.
It still is.
No, it's not. It's changed so like.
Well, the name of it, but I mean more functionality.
But more so, like, I hate this whole you gotta pay to have your stuff like seen for real.
Oh, it's on some shit like that now.
It practically is.
I don't really use it that often, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, but also too, like, since he took it over, you get all these idiots that feel they can just say whatever they want and there's no repercussions. Like, I kid you not, like, starting next year, because it's an election year, I'm just gonna start muting certain niggas on Twitter because they get very annoying to me very quick. And keep in mind, I say this all the time. I don't care about politics at all. But at the same time, if I gotta listen or read you talk about it, at least have your facts straight. Like, that's my only problem.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Your number 9?
My number 9? Niggas wearing girl pants. I have seen so many niggas walking around here with the tight, like, skinny jeans with the flared out bottoms.
And then they like bell bottoms?
Yeah. And they got them cut, like, here and here. It's cut so that it goes over the shoe, but it's still kind of flared out. And I'm like, yo, don't bring that into next year. Don't do that. Leave that shit here. I can't. Like, that's horrible. I mean, I bringing back the baggy jean look is cool. I'm okay with that. But don't the bell bottoms though? Come on, dog. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to cut it out.
Fair enough. My number 8, I'm pretty sure you have this a little higher. Elitism.
No, that's my number 7.
Oh, okay. So we're pretty much right there.
Number 7.
All right. I mean, do we really gotta explain?
It's just like, come on, man. I mean, we had this discussion in the Niggas Unite chat quite a few times.
Oh, God.
And I'm just kind of like, I mean, you know, they look at it as just like, you know, like, why shouldn't black people be about their own? Like every other race is.
Well, here's the thing.
And I'm just like, it's not about being about your own. It's just like you rock with who you rock with.
But here's the thing,
shouldn't
though.
be about race.
I hang on. I'm gonna stop you there a little bit. I do agree with your point, but at the same time, I hate when everybody else wants to bag on black folks for trying to band together and do something amongst
I mean,
our
I'm
race.
not
Wait, hang
I'm
on,
not
no.
hating on
I
that.
no, no,
You
I know.
know,
Just let me finish. Let me finish. I'm not saying it's you, but I'm saying, like, for example, take Black Wall Street, for example.
yeah,
It was thriving.
sure,
The white man didn't like that.
of course
They
not.
burned it down. But then they always want to say, oh, black people can never band together. I'm like, the time they did, y'all didn't like it. Y'all were intimidated by it. So make it make sense.
No, you're absolutely right, and I mean that I agree with them to that extent. But it's like they take it sometimes when people, not my niggas in the group, but
Some
like
do. Some
people
do.
in general.
Yeah.
It's like they tend to take it to a point of basically being racist, where it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna be elite to the point where if I meet a white person and he comes across cool, I'm still gonna look at him like he might be a KKK member because I don't fuck with him. Like that type of shit. It's just like,
That's fair. That's
don't. It's like don't try to make it like everyone is against you.
Yeah.
You know it.
But
I mean,
at the
because they're
same
not.
time, I do always say, like, look, bro, it's kind of like you get into wokeness too. Like, you know, and I say all the time, I feel like the definition of woke is different for every demographic.
Sure, it is.
Because it's like when I hear predominantly conservative white folks talk about wokeness, it's like I feel like they don't have a clear grasp on what it actually means. And that's when it starts to be funny just listening to them talk about it.
I mean, I just think that it's the way people point out the whole, like, with black people trying to kind of band together. It's just like, but they're right. Look at prime example, the white people. Here in this area, you know, we got a lot of Mexicans.
Yeah.
The Mexicans band together.
Exactly.
Because Mexicans don't really fuck with you if you ain't one of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, some of them do, but I mean, like the older generation, like they don't really fuck with you if you ain't one of them. So it's just like, you know, that's just the way it is.
You know, even like being a black business owner, I tell people all the time, like, don't get it twisted. Like, I try to support as many black businesses as I can, but at the same time, your work still has to be good.
Right. You ain't just gonna go and get something from them just because. It's like, if that shit is trash, it's trash.
Exactly. And that's vice versa. You know, if anybody wants any of my services as well, I still have to provide a good service.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I say, like, I do understand where you're coming from with it, but at the same time, it's like it's a little more in depth of a conversation.
Sure.
That we'll probably have later.
I mean, for me, it's like, I guess it's just for me growing up, like how I grew up.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like I grew up in more or less, I mean, I guess it's below the Mason-Dixon line, so it's considered the South.
Yeah.
Virginia is, especially in the 90s, it was pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I could imagine.
Everybody heard about the whole Allen Iverson thing when they tried to nail that nigga to the wall and he didn't even do nothing. Like, Allen Iverson is from where I'm from. So, and that happened like right around when I was there.
Oh yeah.
I think I was probably around 8 years old when that happened. So it's, you know, I grew up in that.
Oh yeah.
You had to pick a side, you know. It was just like, because I was the different kid, you know, growing up, in my class, there was usually black folks, white folks, maybe a couple of Asian people, like 100% Asian, and then me. I was always the different kid. So it was like they didn't really know how to take me, because it's like, well, you're not one of them and you're not one of them, but you're not them either. So it's just like, well, what's going on?
Yeah.
So, but, you know, as I got a little bit older, I mean, growing up, like my neighborhood, I had a lot of white kids in my neighborhood because we lived in like a neighborhood. It's basically like older white people. Like, you know, my parents were probably the youngest parents on the block when we moved there. And I grew up, my neighborhood had a lot of white kids. And middle school, I mean, I had a couple black friends in elementary school, but middle school is where I started to, I was a little older, so it was a little bit more. You started to kind of see it a little bit more,
Oh yeah.
like you understood it. But the black folks always, it's like I told my niggas in the group. It's just like I've always been ingratiated with the black folks, man. The black folks kind of took me on, they're like, nah, you one of us. It's just like we know you ain't one of them.
Yeah.
So
One thing I will say, I love that, as black folks, we've always been accepting towards everybody. The problem I hate is,
well, on the East Coast, it's me being, Hispanic.
Oh yeah.
It's like the Hispanics and the blacks get along on the East
Exactly.
Coast.
But
so
the problem I have is we're so accepting to everybody, but we're always painted out as the bad guy.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. And it's always bugged me.
Well, you're only painted as the bad guys by certain people.
Oh yeah.
It's not everybody.
That's fair.
So it's like you have those certain people that fuck it up for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. What's your number 8 though?
My number 8. This is a car one. This is a car one.
I got a car one at 7. So go ahead.
Number 8. Can we stop with the fucking shotgun blast exhaust? There should be no reason when you're engine braking and decelling that your car is sounding like it's about to explode.
Your lawnmower.
It's just like that. That's too much. It's too much.
Okay. Nah, I'm 100% with that. Like, it's annoying.
It's like, bro, come on. Like that. I mean, a little pops and backfires, little pops and burbles is cool.
Well,
the shotgun blast, it's like, come on, dog. It's just like, cut that out.
Awesome. So my number 7, which it's actually happening. Chargers and Challengers.
They ain't leaving them shits in 2023, brother.
Well, no, I mean they just officially produced the last of them.
Oh yeah, because they're coming out with the what was it?
The electric ones now.
No. What the fuck is the damn thing called? Was it the Barracuda? They're bringing back another retro muscle car.
Yeah, but they're also going to start focusing on EVs too.
But the muscle car they're bringing back is going to be built on the same fucking chassis, brother.
Yeah.
It's just going to have a different look, but it's still going to be the same fucking car.
Hey, look, fair enough, but
so it ain't going
more
nowhere.
So I say that just with the hype of it. Like, I'm so tired of hearing, oh, Scat Pack, Hellcat, best car you could buy. Bro, no, it's not. I'm sorry, no, it's not.
I mean, if you want something fast off the lot,
that's
Hellcat
fine.
is about as good as it gets.
Then, though, a lot of these cats don't need them.
Yeah.
Stop watching rap videos. Dang.
Do they even have those anymore?
I swear. Yes, they do.
They still making music videos.
Yeah. And then your number 7 was elitism, right? Okay, so number 6 is another car one. Respect all builds. I'm sorry, it's time, bro. Stop it. And let me explain. let me explain. Because I can already hear somebody tensing up right now. Like, what this nigga say? Like, so I'm never gonna just flat out say I don't like this bill because I don't really care. I'm a firm believer in it's your money. You can do with the car what you please. Now, if you ask me, do I like it, and I tell you no, you need to just be okay with that. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but if I don't like something, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you I like it. If I don't like it, I don't like it.
Yeah, go ahead. You gotta spit that common verse. If I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating.
Right. I'm just like, bro, like, when did it get to a point like I have to like just like every build? Or heck, even better, When did we get to a point to where coilovers and wheels were considered a build?
We actually left that in 2003.
Yeah, but it came back for a second.
When in 2003, when I was a junior in high school, if you had a car with coilovers and wheels on it, it was considered a build. Why? Because we were broke ass high school students, and that's all we could fucking afford.
That's fair.
But as an adult, that is not a build.
Exactly.
It's not.
I'm just like, bro, like.
Now, if you do it correctly, it's part of it.
Exactly.
And we're talking like
beginning stages of
not no bullshit ass sleeve over coilovers on stock shocks type shit. We talking about a full body coilover that's fully adjustable, and your wheels and tires and camber is all spec to fit a certain way.
Exactly.
And you spend money. That okay, I get that. If you have a stance build, that's really all your build is coils and wheels. That's it. But it's like you ain't gonna have no cheap ass sleeve over coilovers.
But if you're talking
you
like
have
this,
some real shit.
But if you're talking like this is supposed to be a performance like build,
no, absolutely.
Oh
not.
yeah, like no.
If you don't have no performance mods under the hood of your car, then that negates everything. A stock car with coilovers and wheels is not a performance build.
Yeah. What you got for number 6?
I got another car with.
Oh God. Here we go.
Can we please stop with the fucking chrome wraps? Can we let that die?
Yeah, I'm kind of with. You know what?
I mean,
I'm like a 70-30 on that because there's only been a few. I'm like, you know what? That one's done right.
For me, it depends on the color.
That too.
But it's like that fucking gaudy ass like chrome wrap, and it's like, and it doesn't look good on everything.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's got to be on a certain type of car for it to actually.
It almost has to be like on
like a
cars.
Lamborghini or some shit. If I see you driving around in your fucking 1985 Ford Escort wrapped in chrome gold, I will smack the shit out you.
All right, yeah. Moving on. Number 5, real versus fake sneaker debate. It's time. Just let it go.
Yeah, that was my number 5.
Oh, okay, cool. Weird. I'm like, bro, like,
I mean, look, the conversation is fun, but this whole taking it serious shit,
exactly.
It's like, come on, dog.
Like I just don't care anymore, bro. Like, the only time I actually have something to say is when you over here trying to sell like a rep Travis Scott Jordan 1 for like thousands of dollars, and you know it's a rep. That's the only time I actually have something to say about it. Other than that, I don't care.
If you buying them to fucking wear out, whatever.
I mean,
if that's something that you like and you want it and you can afford it,
truth be told, I might actually buy a rep Paris dunk because I just want to have it as like a prop piece in my man cave. I'm never gonna be able to have a real one or what we call real one. Because even I kind of question how some of these ones on StockX, how are they still holding together?
They probably DS.
But even then, though, like, how are they not crumbling?
Dunks don't crumble.
They don't?
Jordan 1s don't either. It's made exactly the same. Usually the shit that crumbles is like the polyurethane soles is what crumble.
Good point.
Those don't crumble.
But even then, though, how they not how the sole not separating or anything?
Because you ain't been worn. I bet you if you put them on and wear them, them motherfuckers will come apart like a buzz.
Yeah,
like,
probably. Yeah, fair enough.
As long as you keep them DS, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But as soon as you put it on your foot, you're going to need that reglue.
Yeah, fair enough. Moving on. Number 4. Everyone trying, I know this is going to sound very hypocritical, but let me explain. Everyone trying to be an entrepreneur. Look, let me explain something. I'm all for you trying if you really feel like you can do it, but a lot of y'all don't need to have businesses.
So yeah, I could agree with that. Some people,
Like, hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth. There's days I question, should I have a business? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Yeah, but a lot of y'all don't need to have businesses. If you're okay with that, I commend you. Because not everybody's okay with that, especially with the way social media teaches you, oh, be your own boss. It's time to boss up and all that.
they ain't teaching you the right way.
Exactly.
They're not giving you the jewels.
Like they're only
Not at all.
only telling you so much because remember, you know, Mark Cuban said it best too. If somebody comes up to you and tells you they have $1 million idea, do you really think they're going to tell you the idea? No.
Depends on who you are.
But also too, so like somebody that ain't like you, like homies like we are, for example. Like, why would I just give you game to potentially be competition to me? That's craziness. Especially if I'm not that cool with you.
Right.
Yeah, like that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. You're number 4.
Sneaker hype. Even though it's starting to die, like leave this shit here and next year.
Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
No, I know it isn't.
People swear it's about to come back in full effect. I'm like, I don't know, buddy.
I don't know. I hope it don't. But I mean, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
actually,
leave that shit here.
Here's
bro.
my hottest take. The people that are swearing it's about to come back, they just have no other hobbies and they're clinging on to it for dear life.
No, here's why I don't agree with that, because it always comes back.
Oh, that's very true.
Me being an OG in the game, I've seen it die and come back several times.
Let me rephrase that. The people that are really, really clinging on, they're either a reseller,
resellers, right?
Or they got
or an influencer.
Yeah,
this is how they make their
that's
money.
More so. Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I leave that shit in 2023, man. Like things are starting to sort of kind of go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, let's keep it that way.
Exactly. My number 3, Samba hype. I don't get it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, them kids ones are cold. Like I actually did see a couple pictures of them. I'm like, okay, those are cold. 220 cold, absolutely not.
No, hell no.
But they did look good. I gotta give it to Ronnie on those.
Yeah, the kid ones ain't bad.
Yeah.
They look cool, but like you said, I ain't paying $220 for that.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, fam, I'm good.
Can't do it.
What about you? Number 3.
Another car one.
Oh god.
I'm gonna need y'all motherfuckers to stop dropping your cars so low. if you're driving and every time you hit a bump, a part falls off your car, like that's a problem.
Or like you just scraping up everything.
I had a motherfucker in an FRS driving in front of me the other day, and he hit a bump and something flew off his car and hit my damn car.
Yep.
I wanted to chase his ass down and pull him out the window. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yep.
I mean, it didn't do no damage.
But still, it's principle.
It's principle. I'm like, oh, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I lower my cars. All of my cars are lowered, but they ain't that fucking low. They're functional.
Lower, exactly.
It's functional. I don't have to worry about. Well, I mean, I got to go sideways over some certain bumps, but the majority of them, I can just go over it slow and I'll be fine. Either way, I don't have to worry about me hitting a bump in the road and some shit flying off my car. Like, it's not that fucking low. Like, I'm going to need y'all to cut that shit out. Like, make it functional. I guess it coincides. I guess you could make it / let's bring back functional car builds.
I feel that.
Like, I remember the days when it was like your car build was functional. Like, it meant something for your car to be functionally.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, bruh.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like I was telling Wes, you know, eventually when I do finally get an FD, like, I want to build the perfect street car. Like it can go do almost everything.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I've always been. I like my car to be a jack of all trades.
Yeah, but
it's not superior in any one area, but I can do anything well.
Yeah.
You know, if I want to go canyon carving, I can do that.
Exactly.
If I want a street race in a straight line, I can do that. If I want to just go ride around and chill, I can do that. Like it's comfortable in any arena.
Oh yeah. So my number 2, this whole quiet quitting at work. Now let me explain.
You said quiet quitting?
Yes. Now let me explain.
Oh, your homie with the sunflower seeds?
Nah, so
that's quiet quitting, dog.
Oh yeah. Well, no. So my whole thing about it is when jobs talk about you're doing the bare minimum, that's quiet quitting. No, that's just called doing your job. Especially if you're not willing to pay me more to go above and beyond. Yeah, I'm doing the bare minimum of what I'm supposed to do. That's not quite quitting.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Truth be told, I've had days at work, not this job right now. I've had days at work where literally I've sat there and did nothing. I was practically stealing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cut that out. Doing the bare minimum is just the new quiet quitting. No, it's not.
Like if you making bare minimum money, then you do bare minimum work.
Exactly.
It's like you ain't
expecting you to go above and beyond for minimum wage. Like, bro,
right?
No.
Exactly. No, I don't think anybody does.
Oh, some people do, and it's funny.
I mean, yeah. Well, for me,
or it'd be funny when they be trying to criticize you because, like,
for me, it depends on the job.
Yeah. Like, my job is super, like, even my job now, I probably go a little bit more above and beyond because I just get bored quick. And also, it's not hard. So,
yeah, I'm about to say sometimes this shit is easy to do.
Exactly.
And just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if you're working at McDonald's or something like that and you can half-ass and get away with it, then
do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Number 2.
My number 2 is okay. This is probably going to be a little controversial.
Oh God! I can already feel it now.
Oh, I'm debating if I should even say this on camera.
You know what? Just speak your piece, buddy.
Oh man, it's like okay. Question who you do good for.
Yo, more in depth.
Okay, so this is what you need to leave in 2023. And I say question who you do good for because people will always try to take your kindness for weakness. So if you do something nice for someone and they spit in your fucking face, just take that as a lesson and just, you know who they are now.
Oh, yeah.
Those types of motherfuckers, because I'm sure that every one of y'all that's watching has got somebody that's done some shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Leave them niggas in this year and move on.
Oh, yeah. Big facts. I mean, I don't even think that's something that needs to just stay in 2023. That's something you should have just been sticking with your entire life.
You should. That should be on your list every year.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't say it for last year, so I'm going to say it this year.
It. And, I'll let you go. Your number 1?
My number 1. It's got to be the same thing that's on my list every year. Fucking hypocrisy. Overwhelming amounts of it in the last half of this year.
Oh, I feel it, bro.
And I'm just kind of like, you know what? Like,
I feel it.
Overwhelming amounts of it in the last 6 months. I've always
said there's nothing worse in the world than hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've had an overwhelming amount of hypocrisy thrown at me in the last 6 months, and I'm just like that's got to be my number 1 for this year. Leave that shit here.
Oh my God, That could be a whole episode.
It really could.
Well, my number one, you want to talk about controversial. Yeah, some people really gonna be mad. My number one thing that needs to stay in 2023, this I'm him culture.
that was kind of on my that was on my list, but we'll use that as honorable mention.
Let me sit up real quick,
because I definitely do get annoyed with that sometimes.
you watching, you listening. Come here. Look, I'm just gonna tell you, you were not him. I'm sorry. Somebody had to tell you. Like, bro, for one, a lot of y'all gas yourselves up with this I'm him, and y'all do stuff that anybody else can do. I don't get it. Like, bro, like, what, you gonna sit here and talk about I'm him, I started a podcast? Nigga, we started a podcast. Like, it's not hard. I tell people this all the time. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. It's really not. You just have to be good. That's when you become him.
Right.
Or, you know, you want to talk about, oh, I'm him, you know. Like, I just made $1,000 in like a week. Nigga, there's people making millions in a week.
Right.
Like, come on. Like, I say this all the time. I don't get twisted. I want everybody to feel like they him. Even though that sounds very suspect.
Pause.
Exactly. But, bruh, there's levels to everything, buddy.
Like, levels to life.
Exactly. And it's like, bruh, that's one thing I've told you. You will never hear me ever say that and actually mean it.
What, I'm him?
Yeah, because you got to do a lot to even like get to that status.
I mean, honestly, that has never. It's always been around. Because like 10 years ago, instead of saying I'm him, dude, it was I'm that dude, and now it's I'm him. But it's the same thing. It's exactly. Like it's the same shit. You're always gonna have that. So I mean, but I did have that on my list at first. Was just like, can we stop saying I'm him? Like, can we move on from that?
I didn't just stop saying it. Some of these cats need to get back to reality, bro. I'm like, tired of it.
Oh yeah, you be having these like fucking no good ass niggas talk about some I'm him, and it's just like,
well, what you do?
Why are you him?
Like what did you do?
What have you done? Yeah, well, why are you him?
I'm like, look, I tell everybody, like, I definitely don't think I'm him, but I'm trying to get to that point.
Just like, nigga, you work at McDonald's for minimum wage, and you live in your mom's basement, and you don't even have a car. So why? So how are you him?
Hey, look.
How, Sway?
Hey, look, man.
I don't get that.
I'll put it to you this way. Unless you're making 6 figures, you're not him.
It's just like the niggas back in the day when the I'm that dude shit was popping. I'm just like, bro, you take the bus to the mall to buy your sneakers. Oh. You are not that dude.
Oh, Lord.
You are not that dude.
Oh,
but that was just the thing. I'm like, shit, if that's all it takes to fucking be that dude, then I must be that dude then, because I got 4 motherfucking cars that's paid for and a house that I own.
Hey, look, man.
So if you don't own a crib and you taking the bus to the mall to buy sneakers because you don't have a car, but you him, so does that mean that I'm him? Like, what is that? Like, I mean, what do you mean by that? I mean, I never understood that. I'm just kind of like, what do you mean? I think it's just an ego trip.
Oh, it is.
It's just like, it's just an ego trip.
It's like I said, bro. They just be saying it just to gas themselves up, because in reality, they nothing.
It's just like I don't need to gas myself up. I'm just like I wake up every morning chilling.
Well, not even
It's
just
just like
that, bro.
that's enough for me.
Well, also too, it's like I'll look at it like this. I'm not scared of the grind at all. So it's like, hey, you can tell me you him, but at the end of the day, it gonna show when it's grind time. You not him.
Yeah.
I can guarantee there's a lot of people that won't grind harder than me. There's a lot of people that won't grind harder than you.
Yeah.
So it's like, how you gonna tell me you him and you not even on my level?
Yeah,
That's all I gotta say with that.
maybe it's like I said, it's levels to life. Maybe it's levels to him.
I guess.
Maybe it's like they're him at their level.
Hey, if that's the case, okay.
Maybe they're doing better than all of their friends. It's just like if you're doing better than all your friends and you feel like you him,
you need to get a new circle.
Right, you did right. You need to get a new circle. First off, second off, okay, fine. We'll let you have that one, but you need to elevate your company. We're gonna say that.
Yeah. Well, I definitely do appreciate everybody that has rocked with us, since the beginning this year, the new ones that, started rocking with us this year. Honestly, we just gonna continue doing what we doing. And, more great things to come in 2024.
For sure.
Until then, y'all enjoy the rest of 2023, enjoy the time with your loved ones and many blessings to y'all. Anything?
Yeah, just in because he don't celebrate holidays, so
I don't celebrate them pagan holidays.
I hope everybody had a good Christmas, enjoyed it with your family, and hope y'all enjoy y'all new year. Don't get into trouble doing no dumb shit.
If you let your kids sit on Santa's lap, I'm gonna question everything. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how you comfortable with that.
Oh, that note, we'll see y'all in 2024.